you see at the bottom of all of the small pictures, it says
All right, now it says mute. Yeah.
Jan's there.
I think, can Dave say something?
I can hear Jan.
I thought mute made you couldn't talk.
trust
No.
me, okay, Jan?
I think
No.
I'm hearing
Can you hear
Jan.
him?
No.
Nope, still can't.
Oh, you still can't hear us.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Computer speaker muted.
Hey Don, does he? You're on the phone with him.
I am.
See if his keyboard has an FN key, and if it does, hold that down and press F7. That might bring his volume up. Not having to find things.
I think he has a Mac.
Then he won't have those things.
Mac or PC, Jan?
But his Mac is totally different from mine.
It's a
So
Hit that one.
I
Most
could,
Macs up in a taskbar on
Sound,
top.
Dave.
yeah.
I don't know, Max. Why don't you call him,
Push it over.
Katrina?
Push it over. Okay, can you, somebody
Well,
say
he could-
something?
You could just drive over to Rod's house.
You got it?
We got it.
We got it.
Okay.
Had the sound on the computer went totally down.
Yeah, that's what it was. All right. You're welcome.
So what's the second order
All
of
right.
business? Okay.
Yes,
We
Bill.
are underway. Welcome, Dave. And we are recording the meeting. So
Be careful.
I'll call on people to introduce themselves.
Okay, Dave Carroll.
Lou Allen,
Yeah.
Ron Frocco.
Ron Cook, Tricia.
And Matt Bedoin.
Welcome, everyone.
right.
Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, are we gonna have any guests, Katrina?
We have one guest, which is Paul Nauman, who is calling in on the phone. You could see him that way.
Okay. The second item on the agenda is minutes from January 7th. Are there any comments? Motion to accept?
So moved.
Please, sorry, just a point of order to say your name when you make a motion.
Yeah, I did after I said it. I think you didn't hear Ken.
Okay, so Ken made the motion and the second is from,
Lou Allen, I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Okay, third item is Harbor Masters. Dawn?
Yes.
Uh,
Unfortunately, COVID reared its ugly head at Mason's Island Marina, and to the point where they have been shut down for a period of some time. And they're just getting back to work now and putting things together. So the boat has not been removed yet, but it hasn't left his list. So he promises me it will be done.
Okay.
Right.
And your second item, the,
The renewals went out, thanks to Lou for helping me by generating them and doing the labels for me. And they're coming in very well, and everything seems to be going smoothly.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mason's Island, I have been sworn in for my new term, so I'm legal. And all Rufus's permits are coming in fine. About 80% so far. That's it.
Did you get any $10 ones?
Sure. About a dozen. I just had a form letter and sent them back and they replied right away. No tips though. Don's getting tips, but I don't.
Okay, are you all set, Don?
Pardon me?
Are you all set, or do you have anything else to report?
No, I'm all set, Dave. Thank you.
Okay, we will then move on to the unfinished business. 4A, there is nothing changed in the Seaport planning situation. Fred, on the 4B.
Yeah, I've restarted my transcription of the old harbor plan into the new draft. And I've made a little progress recently. I've got homework for Dave. I've just incorporated the water quality section, and there's an Appendix A in the original harbor management plan that I think Dave put together. So you might want to take a look at that, because I'm referencing it in the body of the harbor plan. And I've just moved into structures, which includes docks and et cetera, the kind of stuff that we're going to be reviewing tonight and, well, maybe next month for Nike.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you. The East Fairway permit for the 2 additional piles. We have received all of the permits necessary, and the fact that the Mason's Isle Marina is shut down, it's a little early in the season, but I will be able to proceed with to get the new piles put in. The situation we have to have at that time are the new numbers and the placards which will go on the pilings. Dawn, are you underway with that?
Yes, they've been ordered and will be delivered to your home.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And hopefully the boatyard will get back in business before the season gets here. Anything else on the new pilings? Okay, going on to 4D. Nothing has transpired on the River Boathouse Park support. Basically, I assume that they are in the process of putting together a funding plan. Item 4E, the
David?
beg pardon?
This is Matt. Just for information, the Mystic River Boathouse Park sent out a fundraising thing. Maybe it was the crew committee, but I got a fundraising thing from them by email last week. Personal.
Okay,
I don't know if it was Stonington Crew or if it was the Boathouse, but they are starting to make some motions.
very good. Okay, the boat lift at 207 Mason's Island Road. I assume everyone has had a chance to look at those plans. Does anyone have any comments?
That's been approved, hasn't it?
By
Lou?
Yeah, by the Army Corps. Yeah.
There was also a
In that, all that email stuff was the approval by the Army Corps, regulatory division.
there also looks like there's a deep approval.
Okay, yeah, probably. I would say that, yes, here it is, certificate of permission.
okay,
It looks like a little bit behind, but I think it meets the requirements of our harbor management plan.
Another comment I had is it's on an existing dock which does not extend the area that the dock was permitted for. And basically, if you look at this from the land side, it is not visitable at all.
Well,
So basically, I find no difficulty with it. Is there any other comment?
Were there any negative comments by neighbors?
I did not get any.
Okay.
Could I have a motion that we accept?
Now, I've got another question. Haven't we seen this one before?
yes, it was distributed.
What happened?
It was distributed before the last meeting at the last minute, I think, and it was
Oh, okay, yeah.
a little confused as to who had it, so we just deferred it till this meeting. If you drive down that street there, there's a tremendous amount of concrete walls and stuff that the guy next door has built up around his house. It's really kind of interesting. That's on Seagull.
So in essence, do we have a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Rod,
Seconded by,
I'll do it.
Second.
all in favor?
Bye.
Aye.
Aye.
The last item 4F has been postponed and tabled until the next meeting.
Was there any reason provided for that request?
The request came in for the person who was requesting the dock.
Right, but what was the reason for holding it off?
They are reconsidering some changes to the configuration, I believe.
Okay, it'd be helpful if they told us what the reason was, because after sending all this stuff out, we spend time looking at it, and then you wonder, well, what's going on here?
Well, the other reason was they just got all that stuff as well, and there was pages and pages of legalese, and of course you have to give it to your lawyer. So they needed a week just for that. So it's okay if we get something a day ahead, but if you got lawyers involved, they got to get much more ahead than that. That's probably the major reason.
So we're going to be looking for a new package from these folks, rather
Hopefully,
than having to go back and see what they asked for before. They're going to tell us what they're asking for now.
that's my hope. Yes,
Okay,
that would be great.
it's a lot of homework here.
There's a lot of work been done on the old package too.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, is there any new business?
I know there's an application in for an oyster area off Murphy Point. I just got it today.
Is this in our district?
Yep.
We don't normally deal in the shellfish area, but we work with them. And basically, does anyone have any comment in this area?
Just a question, is that, Don, is that within the mapped oyster bed area?
No,
So they're
No,
proposing,
it's a different part of it. Different part of Mystic Harbor.
how does that impact our mooring fields?
Yeah, well, that's what I was concerned with. It doesn't appear as though it's going to impact it significantly because the water is very shallow where they've applied. They're applying, it's a girl, she's applying for 5 acres. And her boyfriend lives in that house that's like over the water. You could drive a boat under it.
Mm-hmm.
That modern looking house with the deck all around it. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but
I'm trying to picture it.
yeah. 39 Rosalia. I
Okay,
think it's 39. So their mooring is in the way. So I have a letter from them asking my permission to move their mooring because it's within the, but there are no others that I have authorized that are within the area they want.
Now, their mooring isn't in a designated mooring field. They just, you allowed that because they were a riparian owner and it's nearby?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is not really a mooring area then?
No, it isn't.
Okay.
Well, it isn't, but I've been picking away at it, you know, area J, because we're short on moorings.
And what about the water depth?
Well, the water depth where they want to be is it's too shallow for most boats. The boats would be on the bottom, which is not permissible.
So we don't really have a conflict here.
No, we don't. We don't. That's just the FYI that there's more oystering going to be done there. That's all.
Okay, so we'll just note this, that it's going to happen and it's not in conflict with any of our situation.
Right.
Does anyone else have anything?
No.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion, Fred Allard, to adjourn.
I'll second it, Rod Cook.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Meeting is adjourned.
All right.
Okay.
Sleep
Take care.
tight.
Nice seeing y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Just like that.